Let's be honest, your time is valuable.
My biological clock is ticking like this.
Mindlessly scrolling and randomly picking a movie or show that's absolute garbage is no bueno, my friend.
Take the garbage out front, son.
That's hours that you threw in the trash. Let me crunch the numbers from the top critics and members from Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, and Metacritic, and I'll put you on the right path to cinematic excellence. This is Smash Ranks. Let's go over the top 10 popular movies on Netflix right now. Smashed at number 10 is Joy.
What you're doing is disgusting.
I'm helping people.
Mum, doesn't make it right.
Based on a true story, this movie follows three fearless British pioneers in 1968 in the development of in vitro fertilization, or IVF. These real-life heroes are a nurse played brilliantly by Mackenzie, a scientist played by Norton, and a surgeon played by the incomparable Nai.
Women presume we can have children. There is a biological and social expectation. Nothing can make that absence worse.
I'm very sorry.
This movie captures the determination and resilience when accompanied with a passion to reach a goal. Ben Taylor directs this flick on a still controversial topic that to this day gives joy to millions of women's lives. On paper, it doesn't seem to be the most exciting movie, but if you're down for a heartwarming biopic with great performances, check Joy out.
Oh, we're going to help make babies.
Smashed at 9 is The Menu.
We'll endeavor to make your evening as pleasant as possible.
This film came out in 2022. We get a stellar cast including Anya Taylor-Joy, Nicholas Hoult, and Ralph Fiennes. And I'm always happy to see John Leguizamo out there on the big screen. A couple travels to an island to eat food along with other food enthusiasts made by a chef in his restaurant. I know, it sounds really boring, but you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Or with them. This menu,
The pictures, they're of us.
this guest list. How did he get these?
Inspiring performances, beautiful cinematography, some dark comedy, and you get a thrill ride that goes right off the rails, but in a great way. Check out The Menu. I'm sure you can stomach it.
Out of my way.
It's all part of the menu.
Smashed at 8 is The Nice Guys.
You're a private investigator?
My profession is very complicated, okay? It's nuanced.
That's a lot of blood.
This one came out in 2016, and this buddy copish film, saying that because they're PIs, stars Ryan Gosling as a goofy private investigator and Russell Crowe, the hard and very likable sidekick, in a whodunit murder mystery. Convincingly set in gritty 1977 Hollywood, we get to follow and laugh out loud at the banter these two have on this wild goose chase. They're tasked with trying to find Amelia. While doing so, many people get dead. Gosling and Crowe, being great actors, have amazing chemistry, and they had me laughing out loud the whole time. Gosling's comedic timing with Crowe is the fuel that moves this one. These Nice Guys, they don't finish last on this list.
Deal with the rotting corpse.
I got a plan. Run.
Smashed at 7 is Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. If you haven't checked out any of George Miller's Mad Max films, old or new, you gotta switch some priorities in your life. This is the prequel to Mad Max Fury Road, telling the origin story of Furiosa. Anya Taylor-Joy is back on this list with a vengeance. She doesn't get much dialogue in this one, but with her eyes, she invokes plenty of good acting. Chris Hemsworth kills literally as the baddie. Such a charismatic dude that I couldn't get enough of, and I didn't see this performance coming, honestly. But I mean, holy shit, action sequences, cinematic gold, production, and sound design that'll blow your mind out the back of your head. So get your paper towels ready. If you haven't already, get into the saga ASAP. Buckle up, people. This one is an epic thrill ride. Smashed at 6 is Hitman.
No, I don't buy it.
What?
You're not a hitman. You can't be.
To be honest, I didn't have high hopes for this one. I mean, come on, another movie about a hitman with a relatively new to me unknown actor, Glenn Powell. I mean, the excitement meter just wasn't that high. But happily I was wrong. Legendary director Richard Linklater gives us another banger. Remember our guy Linklater gave us the classic Dazed and Confused. And he puts together this superb dark comedy. Crime, romance, and comedy with a good script and performances, this usually is a recipe for savory goodness. Powell and his co-star Arjona pair well together like a fine wine and moldy cheese. Check this rom-com because this is a hit, man. Oh, boy.
We'll see.
If you're picking up what I'm putting down, please do me a solid, and you guessed it, smash that subscribe and like button, much appreciated. Smash to 5 is a feel-good flick, Peanut Butter Falcon.
Come to my wrestling school and become a badass.
That's what he wants to do with the rest of his life.
Yes, it is.
I think it's fair to say Shia LaBeouf knows what he's doing, and he does that really well here. Go to Johnson, great, but our boy Zach Zackin, who plays, well, naturally Zach, is the heart and soul of this one. Such a likable dude that you can't help but root for on his journey to be a wrestler. Perfectly named Peanut Butter Falcon. This one gives a great perspective on a social class that doesn't always get a fair shake. It's a classic story of a dreamer stopping at nothing with some help of living that dream. If you're having a crap day and need to pick me up, look no further and check this out and get your smile on. I'm a big fan of Peanut Butter Falcon, and I think we need more of them in our world.
You need a name.
Falcon! Peanut Butter Falcon!
Smash to 4 is a personal favorite of mine, Interstellar.
I've got kids, Professor.
Get out there and save them.
You have no idea when you're coming back.
I honestly thought this one would be higher on the list, but what the hell do I know? Love and science. What a recipe for success. This one's about a loving father who has to leave Earth to find a habitable planet to save humanity from extinction. This movie probably has the best cast that's ever been assembled, led by Matthew McConaughey. Seriously, there's like 17 A-list actors in this film. It might have something to do with the Hall of Fame director that is Christopher Nolan. He gives us a film that will keep you thinking for the rest of your life. It gets very emotional at times, and if you're a father and you don't shed a tear, then you're probably a robot. Your heart is a cold metal box of black holeness. The visuals, with minimal CGI by the way, will keep your jaw on the floor throughout. Hans Zimmer's score has me listening to the soundtrack on a daily. My biggest regret is not seeing this in IMAX, but it's better than not seeing it at all. Check it out. It will change your life. Smash to 3 is Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul.
How's my favorite pooch? Another great day of inventing beckons. Wait till you see the next thing I'm working on.
Now this is a compilation of all the popular movies on Netflix right now, so if animation ain't your thing, then maybe skip to 2. But Wallace and Gromit are back again with this beautifully made claymation masterpiece. Wallace invents a smart garden gnome that does home or gnome improvements. Gromit, his doggy's sidekick, has some concerns as the gnome becomes a little too autonomous. I mean, I've always been a fan of this type of animation ever since Rudolph blew my mind when I was a kid. It has and always will give me the warm and fuzzies around Christmas time. But I really don't think people understand the crazy amount of work that goes into one scene, let alone an entire movie. The action sequences probably took just short of 1 million hours, so do them a favor and put in 75 minutes to watch this stunning, entertaining, instant classic. Smash to 2 is Dune Part 2. Nice, that worked out well.
We gave them something to hope for.
That's not hope!
May thy knife chip and shatter.
Denis Villeneuve continues with the success of the Dune saga. Part 2 picks up right after Part 1. I'll be real with you, you gotta see Part 1 to understand what the hell is going on in Part 2. This mega movie has a ginormous cast and all just absolutely slay. Paul Atreides, played by Timothée Chalamet, brilliantly once again evolves as a leader for the Fremen people. Zendaya plays his lover, Rebecca Ferguson his mother, Javier Bardem his disciple, Josh Brolin his bodyguard, and Austin Butler his nemesis. I mean, Christopher Walken has the least amount of screen time. That's just insane. It all plays out with top-notch direction and absolutely gorgeous cinematography. I mean, really, every frame could be a poster on my wall. I could just stare at them for days. This movie is almost 3 hours long, but it doesn't at all seem like it. You become enthralled with this world and time flies. Dune Part 2 is an incredible achievement, and it leaves you wanting Dune 3, like, right now. And this is a rarity, but I think Part 2 is better than Part 1. But if you haven't seen the first part, call in sick, take 5 hours, and take these 2 films on the chin.
It's breathtaking.
Smash at the top spot is Inception.
A single idea from the human mind can build cities.
His second movie on this list, Christopher Nolan's 7th movie, doesn't disappoint. Reminiscent of plugging into the Matrix, Inception plays with the ultra-original idea of immersing oneself in someone else's dreams. I know, wild, right? Leonardo DiCaprio is tasked with implanting an idea into someone's dream, which will hopefully remove a corporation from an equation. But of course, this task comes with several ultra-complicated challenges. This is one of those movies that paying attention is mandatory. And maybe even you might have to watch it a couple times. But it's hard to turn away from this based on the performance and visuals anyways. With another star-studded cast, it's apparent every actor wants to be in a Christopher Nolan movie. Even though this came out back in 2010, the VFX still holds strong 15 years later. Check out Smash Rank's #1 movie for Netflix.
We mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling.
So what do you think about this list? Do you agree? Did Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, and Metacritic get it right? What was your favorite movie of this list, and what list would you like to see next? Thanks for getting smashed. I'll see you on the next list.